Hello everyone. In the previous session we have discussed about the reissue of forfeited shares. Now in this session we will discuss some questions based on reissue of forfeited shares. As we know, what is reissue of forfeited shares? When the shares which were earlier forfeited on account of non-payment by the shareholders are issued again, then it is known as reissue of forfeited shares. So the question is, Pawan Limited was registered with an authorized capital of 5 lakh which was divided into shares of rupees 10 each. It purchased a building from Y for rupees 2 lakh and issued fully paid shares to Y for purchase consideration. It invited applications for the balance 30,000 shares payable as under 3 per share on application, 3 per share on allotment, 2 per share on first call and rupees 2 per share on final call. Ashok, who had been allotted 500 shares, failed to pay both the calls. His shares were forfeited and reissued at rupees 9 per share to Hari as fully paid up. Make necessary entries in the journal of the company. So now according to question, Pawan was registered with authorized capital of 5 lakh. Pawan has an authorized capital of 5 lakh, out of which he has purchased the building for rupees 2 lakh. That means out of 5 lakh, 2 lakh has been spent for purchasing the building. So Pawan has purchased a building from Y. This is the case of issue of shares for consideration other than cash. So as we have learnt earlier, when assets are purchased from vendors, the entry is always sundry assets account debit to vendor. So asset here is building. So buildings account will be debited with the amount 2 lakh to vendor account. Vendor is Y here. So Y will also be credited with the amount 2 lakh. Now building is purchased and payment has been made by issue of shares to the vendors. So the entry for this will be vendors account debit, that is Y account debit to share capital, and the amount will be 2 lakhs and 2 lakh. So as we know, 5 lakh was the authorized capital, out of which 2 lakh was spent on purchasing the building, and the remaining 3 lakh were issued as 30,000 shares at the rate 10 each, and whose payment were made as rupees 3 per share on application. So the entry will be, as money is received on application is 30,000 into 3, that is 90,000. So the entry will be bank account debit to share application account, and the amount will be 90,000 and 90,000. Narration is amount received on application. Now the application money will be transferred to share capital account. So the entry will be share application account debit to share capital account. And what was the application money? 90,000. So here the amount will be 90,000 and 90,000. Now the next payment is made on allotment. As the shares issued are 30,000 and allotment money is rupees 3. So the allotment money that will become due is 30,000 into 3, that is 90,000. And the entry for the allotment money due is share allotment account debit to share capital account, and the amount will be 90,000 and 90,000. So after the allotment money was due, next entry will be on receipt of allotment money. The entry will be bank account debit to share allotment account, and the amount will be 90,000 and 90,000. Narration will be allotment money received. Next payment will be made on first call amount. So as we know, share issued are 30,000 and the first call money is rupees 2. So the first call amount is 30,000 into 2, that is 60,000. So the entry for first call money due is share first call account debit to share capital account, and the amount will be 60,000 and 60,000. Now on receiving the first call money, it should be noted that Ashok, who had been allotted 500 shares, failed to pay the both calls. That means जो अशोक है जिसके पास 500 शेयर्स अलॉटेड हैं, उसने फर्स्ट कॉल की अमाउंट पे नहीं की है, विच मीन्स 500 शेयर्स इंटू 2, that is 1000. So the first call amount which the Ashok has not been paid is 1000. So the total amount which was due on first call was 60,000, out of which 1000 has not been paid by Ashok. So the amount which will be received on first call money is 60,000 minus 1000, that is 59,000, and the entry will be bank account debit to share first call. Narration is first call money received. Next payment is to be made on final call. So 30,000 shares which is issued into final call amount is 2. So the final total amount of final call is 30,000 into 2, that is 60,000. So 60,000 amount is due on final call. So entry will be share final call account debit to share capital account. The amount is 60,000 and 60,000. So as we know, Ashok has failed to pay the final call also. So the number of shares he has been allotted is 500 and the final call amount is 2. So the total amount he has failed to pay is 500 into 2, that is 1000. And we know that the final call amount due is 60,000, out of which 1000 has not been paid by Ashok. So the amount that will be received on final call money is 60,000 minus 1000, that is 59,000, and the entry will be bank account debit to share final call. Narration will be final call money received. So now according to the question, Ashok, who has been allotted 500 shares, his shares were forfeited. So the entry will be share capital account debit to share first call account to share final call account to share forfeiture account. Now why share capital is debited? As on forfeiture of shares the share capital is reduced, so it will be debited with the amount 5,000. Why 5,000? See, number of shares forfeited is 500 into called up value per share. So how much was the called up value? 3 on application, 3 on allotment, 2 on first call, 2 on final call. So total is 10. So called up value is 10 and the number of shares forfeited is 500. So the share capital account will be debited with 500 into 10, that is 5,000. Now as the amount was not received on both the calls, so both the calls will be credited with the amount 1000 and 1000. And share forfeiture account will be credited with the amount received on application money and allotment money. Application money was 3, allotment money was 3, 3 plus 3 6, and the number of shares forfeited is 500. So 500 into 6, that is 3,000. And the narration will be 500 shares forfeited. Next is Ashok, whose 500 shares were forfeited, are now reissued at rupees 9 per share to Hari as fully paid up, which means the shares are reissued at discount. Why? Because we know when the shares are reissued at discount, then the reissue price is less than the paid up value. And here the paid up value was rupees 10 and the reissue price is rupees 9. So there is a discount of rupees 1 per share. That means the discount amount will be rupees 1 into 500. That is 500. The discount amount will be rupees 500. So the entry for reissue of forfeited share will be bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital account. So the bank account is debited with the amount 4,500. How? As we know, the number of shares reissued is 500 and it is reissued at the rate rupees 9 per share. That means we are receiving 4,500. So here share forfeiture account is debited. As we know, there is always a loss when a share is reissued at discount. So this loss is compensated by the credit balance or the balance remaining in the share forfeiture account at the time of forfeiture of shares. So here there was a loss of rupees 500. So share forfeiture account will be debited with rupees 500 and share capital account will be credited with the full amount, that is 5,000. Now, as we know, after the reissue of forfeited shares, the credit balance left in share forfeiture account, which is considered as capital gain, it is always transferred to capital reserve account. So here the balance in the share forfeiture account was 3000, out of which 500 was compensated for the loss on reissue of shares. So the remaining balance is 3000 minus 500, that is 2500. So the entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Amount will be 2500 and 2500. Narration is balance left in share forfeiture account is transferred to capital reserve. So we have discussed the full-fledged question based on reissue of forfeited shares. Now we will do the other questions in the next session. That's all for today. Thank you.